Hi, this is Jacob Adams, creator of evolutiontraining.net, and I'm here with
Orwell Mailer.
And today we wanted to talk about, have you ever struggled through the holidays, maybe getting a little bit of a funky feeling? Maybe your friends are out partying with their families. I know maybe they have kids, or your friends are out partying, or they're left out of town and you're alone, or something like that. Maybe you're just tired of Netflix. You ever feel that weird feeling? How would you describe this feeling, Orwell?
I mean, it's a feeling that it's very uneasy. I mean, no one likes that feeling like in the holiday blues, like everyone is out and you just feel like so many people are doing something and then you're just stuck at home not doing anything, and sometimes it kind of gets you in your feels, you know what I mean? Like it kind of gets you in that feels, like you don't want to feel that way.
Feel some type of way.
You just want to be around family and you just want to like be around people who are close to you. It's not a good feeling, but sometimes you just have to like know that it's only gonna last for a while.
Yeah.
And then after a while it's gonna pass. You just have to, stuck through it. That's what I would advise anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I was with my family on this Thanksgiving. The reason me and Orwell made the video is because yesterday we were hanging out and we were driving to a party, and one of the things we talked about was like, there was this weird feeling I got, and I had a great Thanksgiving. My mom made a delicious turkey, and my brother's was there with his family, and it was great. It was an amazing time. The Cowboys won for 10th straight win. So I mean, it was great. They played a great game, and then everybody left. My mom went to Black Friday shopping. She likes that, and I came home, and I went to stop at my friend's house, and he wasn't there. And I was like, I'm currently single. I've been single for 2 years, and I'm like, and I didn't, you're not going to call people just to try to, rebound or anything, or just kind of get in that, just because you're feeling some kind of weird way.
You just kind of feel some type of way. I mean, it
wasn't like quarrel, but it felt
some
weird.
Type of way. Yeah, it feels weird. Like for me, I mean, I'm not from America, so for me it's even more hard because like I don't have a lot of family in America. Most of my family are home in Jamaica, so it's like during holidays when everyone are getting closer to each other, and then for me not having my family here, it kind of gets rough, And sometimes you're looking back and you're missing them. It's not a good feeling, but like sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. You just got to get through it. You just got to grind, because in order to be successful, you're gonna have days like those, like when you're not around the people who you want to be, but you just know that this is what you signed up for. And a part of like getting to the next level is that you're gonna feel lonely. You're gonna be lonely sometimes, but
yeah,
you just have to get used to it and know that, hey, one day I'm gonna have people around me. I'm gonna be reunited with my family, and everything is gonna be all good. So you just have to have that assurance that at the end of the day, you're gonna be around people that care about you and that love you for real.
Right. I mean, like, so we wanted to give you some tips on how to work through that funk, that feel some type of way stuff. Wanted to give you some tips to work through the weirdness. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have some tips here for you. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
You want to go first? I'll give you the first one. Okay. So the first one that I have for you is an easy one. Okay, it's easy to do. A lot of times, it's our perspective that needs changing. It's like our inner focus, what we're thinking about. I mean, we're replaying stuff. So I really found that hypnosis is very helpful. Now, it may sound really crazy, but really, if you really talk to people that know about hypnosis is just putting some soothing music on with maybe some audible track with usually a person speaking to you, and putting your mind and focusing into the things within you that are going right. A lot of times it's that you've just sort of tuned into a different reality, a frame in your head. You're framing it weird, or maybe you didn't work out that day. Maybe that day the gym was closed because you're eating turkey, for example, and you're not at your best. So you start feeling weird, and then you're contrasting your life to others. So hypnosis is a good way to bring you back to your center. I like it a lot. The one I use is called DigiPill. You can just look that up. It's on your app store, Digipil. Usually you can get a track, usually have a sample one, and then you can get one for $3, $4. It could be everything from confidence, it could be everything from creativity. And they're really good to just sort of lay down and put your mind in an easeful state.
Yeah.
You don't have to put on a TV, and it usually tunes you back into what you want to focus on because you chose, whether it's energy, creativity, confidence, thinking differently strategically. So hypnosis is a big one that I've used for 2 years with a very good feedback. It isn't a miracle. It's not a miracle. It's just a way to work with your perspectives with just putting on a headphone set. So that's what I'm going to offer step number 1.
For number 2, I mean, what would I say for number 2? Number 2 is just be patient. I mean, in everything you do, like, you have to have a certain level of patience. I know that you yearn for a certain type of feeling, that type of feeling of being loved or being cared for. But it takes patience to know that one day it will come again. I mean, you've grown up with that type of feeling that you've been loved, and now that you're not in that environment anymore, you just feel like, oh, I'm in the funk, I'm just in the blues. But just be patient, because you won't be in that kind of feeling forever. Just be patient enough to know that that feeling will pass. And then you're going to get back to normal. You're going to feel love like how you usually feel. And I would say that would be my number 6. Patience. Yeah,
Patience,
just be patient.
Kind of like chill.
Just wait it out. Wait it out for a while. You just got to roll with the punches. It's kind of like turbulence, you know. When you're flying, you don't go through turbulence the entire flight. There are going to be moments where it's rocky, you know, where it gets extra bumpy. And the captain might tell you, hey, you know, fasten your seatbelts.
Definitely.
But for the entire flight, you know, you don't always, you know, are in your seatbelt. No,
Like, of course.
There are going to be some moments where the captain turn off the seatbelt sign and you're free to move along the cabin. So it's kind of like that. Like that phase, you just got to be patient enough to just go through it and work, you know, and roll through the punches.
Okay.
So what would you say for number 3?
Number three is a great one that you're probably going to really enjoy. It's a simple one, and when you see it, I think you'll just see it's like kind of.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to like that. It's friendship. It's friendship. It's not written very big there.
And it's kind of obvious, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, friendship is very important.
Yeah, like I wanted to hang out with my friend. He was a friend of mine for 20 years, and he was absent. And then he called me back, and he's like, "Hey, I was not here, but I'm here now." So we hung out, and you know, I even asked him, I go, well, how do you deal with like these, like the stresses? And he said constantly kind of funny. He goes, well, like I typically just have a drink. Like, but I mean, that's the truth. He said that. So I'm not, you know, for whatever reason, you know, that's how he deals with it. And I'm not going to discount that. I mean, I was like, okay, well, that's his coping thing.
That's his coping mechanism.
He has a drink, and that's cool. Okay, that's how he does. But for me, it was like just having. Sometimes you just reach out to your long-term support system, your friends, and then at that point, you're gonna be able to sort of like get out of your head. That's kind of the easiest way to get out of your head is to connect with people. It's again common sense. I know it's just sort of like do it though, like because I was tempted to just come back to the apartment and just just rest or something, and that's cool. It's just how often do you have a Thanksgiving a day? You want to make the most of it, and I think that was the problem. Was like how to make the most of it, and I was having trouble making the most of it, I think.
All right, that's a good one.
Do you have another one, Orwell, you might want to?
It's something similar to like friendship, but it's kind of obvious. And in order to get over that holiday blues, feeling some type of way during the holiday season, it's all about communication. And I think the more you communicate with people, the less that feeling, will affect you, the less it will overcome your body or your mindset or your state of mind is like communicating. We live in a world where like social media these days, it's so big and it's like communicating with a loved one, it's like at the touch of it's at your fingertips. So I think communication is like one of the key factors into like not feeling overwhelmed with this holiday blues. Like,
and I think I'll just add mine to it because I like part B of what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was kind family time was my next
Family
one.
time.
Because like I called my dad today, and I'm like, I hadn't talked to him in a while. My family divorced at a younger age, and hadn't talked to him in a long time. So I called him today. And I just wanted to connect. I was like, Dad, how are you doing? What's going on? How you been? And just to be there. He said, you know what? We should get together for some coffee tomorrow. And I go, look, yeah, let's do that. And I think even just that little gesture, however small it is in the world, it means a lot to family.
It means a lot. I mean, family is very important. Like, I made a post earlier today, ironically, and it says like the smallest things make the biggest changes in life. It really do make the biggest differences. And it's all about the small things that you do, that, can help a person, or it can cement some kind of relationship and make it more secure. So those small things, reaching out, spending time with those people, trust me, it can help, significantly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so definitely I agree with you fully, because I was in a funk today even. I was like this, I've had like 2 days where it wasn't really quite at my best, and I go, you know what, there's got to be something to the season, because I'm so used to being in sort of a intense mode, focusing and moving forward, moving the needle. Yeah, so it was like, this slowing down, it sort of made me like, I got like, this is abnormal. I don't know what
it's
to
like
do.
you kind of sunk into that kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you it's like you're thinking a lot now, and you're reflecting on a lot of things, and it's like you're thinking about so many things in your head and processing so many things, but like, it's hard to just block it out.
Yeah. So meditation does help, obviously, for that one. Do you want to talk about meditation yourself? I know we've mentioned it on one of our other videos, but maybe you want to talk about, because one of the things that me and Orwell get along with.
For me, meditation puts me in the now. It takes away pain, and that's the key thing dealing with these like holiday blues. When you meditate, it puts you in the now, and when I say the now, it makes you take your mind off the past or try to project into the future. It puts you in a state where you're not thinking about those things, because here and now it's like you're too aware to be thinking of whatever is going inside your head. It's like you're more external instead of internal. So that's what meditation does for me. It keeps me, it keeps me in a good mood, and it takes away pain. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, that's what meditation does for me.
Yeah, of course. I meditated today a good 20, 30 minutes, and it really helped. And yeah, I mean, so what would you tell someone that's going through, my last one that I have is rest, and we'll go with that and kind of wrap up here. What would you tell somebody that is, stressed out, feeling like really weird, they're caught in their feelings, caught in their like trauma, whatever you want to say, and they're like replaying things? What would you tell them right now? Like, just boom.
Like, just don't think about it. Or I would tell him, like, just get out there. Just get out there, do stuff, and do something instead of sitting around. And when you sit around and don't do anything, it's like the feeling is gonna, take over you, take a hold of you even more. When you get out there, get active, exercise, go for a walk, it just puts your mind at ease, and it really helps. You'll be surprised at the tremendous difference it would make in your life if you just get out there, do something, start communicating, reach out to people, just be patient, and just know that everything is going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right.
Every little thing is going to be all right.
Yes.
Yeah, man, respect. Everything is going to be all right. Believe it.
And the last one is rest. Rest, because sometimes you just got to like, hey, look, it's a good time to take inventory. Yeah, think, eat with the family, do your thing, focus, recalibrate, and then just be easy on yourself to a degree that this is a downtime. Holidays are a downtime. After 2016, I just always, how am I doing, moving the needle, where am I at? And I've had a great rest in 2016 as well. It's just that, take the rest, let it fuel you and move you forward into 2017. And the reality of it is that you're not going to be, likely most of us, you, me, us, people in general, the average individual is not going to perform, perfectly. There's going to be errors to your overall days, lows, and then just sort of like accepting that is part of the reality is a big step.
Yeah, accepting it.
It takes strength, it takes that strength to say, okay, well, it's not perfect. So we wanted to make the video because we're like I was telling you, Orwell, we're positive people. We study positive things. We teach positivity. We help people work through their stuff. And we're like, man, I'm going through weird feelings sometimes. And I'm like, so it was like,
for real,
so I was like, well, dude, I mean, if we're going through these weird, imagine other people. So we wanted to make a video that you could see that you're not alone in those feelings, and that there's an end point, and also just for us to even have a video here so we can say, yeah, like everything's cool, but it's just like sometimes there is weird, odd little moments.
And it's natural, it's natural for people to have these feelings because we're all human. Let's not pretend, let's be real. Like we do have the holiday blues sometimes. It's like it's natural if you're away from family. Like it's natural for you to feel some type of way, especially like if you're in a different country. Like people who are in like different cities, they feel that way. But imagine if you're in another country, like you don't have that family togetherness around you because they're on the other side of the map. You're gonna feel like it's natural, and that we're just here to tell you that, hey, it's okay. Just take some time, relax. You're gonna get through it, and we're here to help you get through it by telling you it's natural, but follow these steps, and it will like make the situation easier for you. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Subscribe and make it to. You're gonna make it through this.
You're gonna make it through. Everything is gonna be all right. Right?
All right.
Yeah, man. Respect.
We'll see you the next time. Have a good one.